What's the deal? You already know who it is. It's your favorite Auntie Pooh. Y'all know it's late. Late night at work. I'm on my break, so you know I'm about to give y'all a little story time. You already know what it is. So if you don't know, you should know. You know we got our third annual meet and greet in Las Vegas, June 29th through July 2nd, my bad. Be there, be square. It's going to be a whole lot of love, a whole lot of food, a whole lot of jokes, a whole lot of fun, a whole bunch of, stuff you ain't going to know about. I'm just saying, y'all know what it is. So, with that being said, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. Y'all can hit like on the content, you feel me? Y'all can share my content. Like, why you don't share my videos? Post me on your YouTube. Y'all know what it is, man. But anyway, so let's get into the story. All right. So I told y'all he got Trump ass in the room. Trump talking shit. He even told Trump to shut the fuck up. Trump still don't know who the fuck got him. Trump don't understand why he is in this particular situation. So like I said, they tell Trump, like, you need to shut up, you feel me? So he finally shut up, right? So he's still like making noises. I'm talking about when I say they wearing him out, they're wearing him out. So like I said, Interest leaned over and told him, like, if you fuck with anybody, I don't care who it is. Anybody. It could be a cat, a dog, a human. I don't give a fuck if it's a goldfish. Yeah, you better not come into play. Like, basically saying, you better have no complaints from nobody. You feel me? From nobody. Just period, right? So he like, okay. Just let me go, I promise. I won't trip on nobody. I won't argue. I won't fuss. I won't fight. Blase. He like, oh, for real? He like, I promise whatever you want. So Interest was like, whatever I want. He was like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. Just let me go. Interest was like, okay. Interest tell the other nigga that's there with him, hey, take care of this. Oh boy said, how you want me to take care of it? He said he'd give you whatever you want. Oh boy said, all right. Now Trump like, hey, what that? Hey. Like, I'm talking about money. Like, why it sound like that? Like, oh boy was like, don't worry about it. If you leave out in the little warehouse where they got him at, right? Oh boy like, wait. He like, you gonna let me go. Remind you, still can't see. He like, I'm gonna let you go, but you gonna handle something first. He like, okay, whatever y'all want. Interest leave out. Oh boy, snatch him up. Grab him. You feel me? Grab his hands because they tied. He put him on a little thing and he's, I don't want to say stitch, but he wrapped his hands around the little pole. Nigga, then he pulled his pants down. Oh boy like, wait. Trump like, what is you doing? What are you doing? He like, don't worry about it. You already know he started wearing Trump out. Trump screaming. Ah. He like, shut up. He like, the more you squirm, the longer I'm gonna be back here. I like my fish fresh out the water. Trump screaming. Oh boy, smacking him down. Trump can't do nothing. That nigga crying. The boy got finished. He knocked Trump ass out. They dragged him, put him back in the car, dropped him off naked, tied up. About some, he wake up, it's late. You feel me? He don't know where he at. He don't know what's going on. He don't know nothing. He's stumbling around. He don't got no cell phone. He don't got no money. He don't got no clothes. He don't got nothing. So he just stumbling around on this road. He don't know where he at. You feel me? He sees a gas station up ahead, but he naked. You feel me? He don't even want to go towards the gas station. So Trump's sitting there breaking down. Trump's sitting down there breaking down like, Lord, please, let somebody pull up and help me. I promise I'm going to change my ways. But he feeling like a victim, like he ready to call the police too, but he ashamed because he didn't got violated. You know what I'm saying? So, lo and behold, it's this truck coming down the highway. You feel me? And he kind of like waved his hand. The truck pulled over and was like, hey, where your clothes at, bro? And he was like, man, somebody just robbed me. And they, basically violated me. But then when you look up and realize who it is, it's interest. And Trump like, man, look, bro, I know, I might have been picking with y'all and all that, but if you just help me, I promise, I got you. So interest like, if I help you, you gotta leave us the fuck alone. Plus, you gonna make sure my wife get an advancement in this job. He like, I promise. So he picked him up in the car. He gave him a blanket from the back. And he asked him, he was like, all bullshit aside, man, are you good? Trump like, no, I ain't good. He like, them niggas raped me. He like, man, I don't know what to do. So interest like, man, not trying to be funny, but this is why you shouldn't fuck with people. And Trump was like, man, I'm cool. I'm changing my life. Like, I'm good. You feel me? I'm changing my life. I'm sorry for ever harassing you and your wife. It was just that you and Tiffany always had everything I wanted. I was never happy with the money. I was never happy because my daddy was never around. It was just me and my mama. I watched my mama get abused. I watched her get cheated on. And we covered it up with money. He was like, man. He was like, I'm just broken right now. So, he crying to interest. And interest like, look, man, we can turn over a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? We can get some business going together. We can show people that things do change, So Trump like, yeah. So he tell him, you want me to take you to the hospital? Trump like, nah. He like, you want me to take you home? To your girl? Like, what you. He like, man, I can't go home. And then he was like, well, I'll get you some stuff, man. So, interest go to Walmart, buy Trump some stuff, come back to the car. He bought one of them little chickens out of Walmart, asked him, did he want something to eat? Like, was he okay? He was like, asking about his butt, like, is you all right? He like, man, I'm all right. I just don't want nobody to know. You feel me? Interest like, look, you're a fucked up person, but I ain't gonna do you like that. And he was like, look, man, how about you come to the house, take you a bath, and try to wrap your head around it. And Trump, he don't got nobody. He's scared to tell anybody what happened. So, of course, he went home with interest. His wife was looking like, what the fuck this motherfucker doing in our house? He told his wife, I'll explain to you later. He brought her in looking all this summer. And, his wife was a real nice person. So she like, Tiffany was smooth, so she like, okay, if you say this, then I know it has to make sense eventually. Bring Trump in, Trump take a bath, put him on some clothes. Then he talked to him. He like, what happened? Do you remember anything? He like, man, I don't really remember nothing. He like, I remember going out with the little bitch. He like, we come out the club, out the bar. He was like, and I don't remember nothing else, like whatever. And then he was like, oh, you was with that girl. And then Trump was like, that bitch set me up. She had to set me up. So Ernst was like, shit, she probably did, you know. You don't never know these days. Like, everybody's setting up everybody, you feel me? So Trump got it in his mind that old girl set him up. And so Interest, like, you know, you can't trip on her. You know, you gotta figure out a way to get her back. So Trump was like, you right. So Trump broke down again crying, you feel me? And Tiffany pulled Interest to the side, like, what's going on? And so he tells Tiffany, like, don't worry about it. I got this. Like, don't worry about it. Like, she like, well, I'll talk to you when you come to bed. You feel me? I'll talk to you when you come to bed. He like, all right. So by then, Trump like, my car. He like, where your car at? He like, we left it by by the bar. So he like, want me to take you to get your car? He like, yeah. And then he was like, hey, go get the car. When he dropped him up to the car, Trump like, man, I'm so, like, Trump basically was like, man, I'm sorry for everything. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for everything. I'll never forget this. I'm indebted to you for life. I got you. No matter what. He said, okay, fine. Bam. Very next day, they got their mail on time. Everything was running smooth. People in the city was back speaking. I'm talking about it wasn't no drama. So, you know, Interest like. So white people like, we got our mail, you know. And he was like, yeah, things gonna be different around here. She was like, I know you did something. He was like, what you think I did? And she was like, I don't know. But whatever you did, it worked. He said that's all that mattered. So it's been a couple of months. His wife was like, well, babe, you know, we about to get the decision to see if I get elevated in my job. They had a little meeting at work. She come home from work. She looking at her husband. He looking at her. She like, baby, I've been promoted. He was like, oh, you got the director spot? She was like, no. I'm over the whole thing. Like, I am the director. Like, I'm over everybody. He was like, oh, this is amazing. She was like, and I got an increase. She was like, and he gave me a bonus. He was like, how much is your bonus? She was like, $60,000. He was like, that's what's up, babe, you know. And she was like, man, this just seems so unreal. He was like, nah, it's real. She was like, I know. She was like, come on, babe, let's go celebrate. He was like, okay, fine. So they go out to eat, right? When they go out to eat, they sitting there chilling. They chilling, they having a good time. She excited, she got her friends there. You know, they all out. Trump walk in. They see each other, they speak. Cordial, everything good. But Trump came with the same girl. So when the girl seen Interest, she kind of, you know, like, you feel me? So Interest looked at her, but Tiffany caught it. You feel me? Tiffany caught the discomfort. You feel me? But everything else was cool. So the night end, they go home. The next day, they see on the news it was a crash. They're like, damn, it was a crash. And they were saying, yeah, people leaving from this restaurant particularly had an accident. So Tiffany like, damn, baby, we was just there. Who had an accident? Interest like, shit, I don't know. All our people home, like, you know. And then they looked and seen it was the girl that Trump was with. She had a car crash. She was in the hospital. They didn't know if she was gonna make it. And they was looking for Trump. Trump was like, oh, we drove separate cars that night. Basically, is what his side of the story is. We drove separate cars that night. So when we left, I didn't have no way of knowing whatever. So a couple of days go by. Trump called Interest like, hey, can I talk to you? He like, yeah, you can talk to me. He like, no, I want to talk to you in person. Interest like, all right, whatever, I'll meet you over here. So, Interest already on his G shit, people shit, he already on his bullshit, so Trump came up to him and was like, man, I had to get rid of her. And Interest was like, don't tell me nothing. He was like, nah, bro, it is what it is. And then Interest was like, well, you did what you felt you had to do. He was like, man, I'm not letting nobody get away with violating me. He was like, I ain't only getting her. He like, I'm getting her mama. He like, I'm getting her aunties. He like, I'm getting her. And Interest like, whoa, bro. He like, no, not on no level like that. He like, but I'm going to take their businesses from him. So Interest like, nah, man, look. Karma come back in a lot of ways, bro. You got her back. You feel me? Let it go. You know what I'm saying? So Trump like, yeah, you right. He like, you don't want to further this. You don't want to extend it, you feel me? You want to just let it go. He was like, oh, okay. So while old girl was in the hospital, she was in there and she had this pen and paper. And so she wrote on the paper, he. And they're like, he what? You feel me? And then she put dead. And then it. And they like, who? Who did it? Who did it? So as she's writing, as soon as she wrote the line and dropped it down with the T, she flatlined. So they couldn't ask her no more questions. They couldn't ask her nothing. You feel me? So the nurses running there, checking on her, making sure she's straight, trying to see what's going on. They put everybody out the room. So that's all they had. Before she went into another coma. She wasn't speaking. She couldn't write nothing no more, no nothing. So that's all they had to go by. So they like, what the fuck? Ain't really nothing to go on. You feel me? So the detectives that was there, they got their paper. I forgot to say that. The detectives there because her having that accident and they was drinking, DUI type shit. So, they trying to get all the information they can. So they got that from her, right? And so they looking like the fuck. And then they realized, well, she was out on a date with Trump. So all they had was, he did it. It had the T. So they went by that. Like basically saying she wrote that T and she was hit with him that night. This is what she was trying to tell us. Like Trump, the one tried to kill her. They go by just off that paper and just off them being together that night and just off everything. They just went off those little things and made it seem like something big. So they arrest him and they hold him. In the midst of them holding him, they seen like, so when they got a warrant for Trump based off just that, right? So when they got his phone and his computer, they seen he been searching like what rat poisoning do, different shit like that. Like different ways to kill people without people knowing, like detecting what's wrong with you type shit. So that's how that went. And then they discovered that he had looked up one of these drugs that you put in somebody's drink, and later on, a roofie, y'all know what I'm saying. So they booked him based off that. Now he in jail, her ass in a coma, you feel me? And that's just what it is. Now nobody expected them to arrest Trump, but this particular officer, that's the new detective, he don't give a fuck about Trump family. He got an old beef with Trump daddy, so anything to go against Trump and them, he with it, you feel me? So he arrested his ass, and they got him locked up and all that. And, Interest keeping his distance. But every now and then, if it's a trial or something, and Trump call him, he'll go up there or whatever. So later on during the case, a girl ended up passing away. Right? So they only had to go back. They only had that to go off of. So now they not just going off the letter saying he did it. Now it's looking like murder because that's what they charged him with based off the letter. Right? Now Trump in jail fighting for his life, but low key, his memory coming back. You feel me? So he go to court, he finally get a bond, he get out. His memory coming back, and he just like, damn. She really had to drug me, like with the cup of liquor, this and that, all this old shit, right? So when he get out this time, he ain't as humble. He more so like, I'm beating this shit. This what it is. This what it's gonna do, right? But this is where shit get tricky. Like I said, his mind is coming back to him a little bit. So now he like, damn. Now he ain't thinking nothing about interest at all. But even though he was violated, Trump had these type of feelings anyway, if I'm going to be correct about how I say it. So even when he got violated, right, he was hurt by it and all that, but he was also excited by it. And so now, by him getting violated, made his sexual desires to be violated, if it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So now he kind of like dibbling and dabbling on the internet, these dating sites, that type of shit. Right? So now remind you, these deals, interest, they closed about 4 or 5 deals through Trump, which made it easier. So they basically set for life. You know what I'm talking about? They set for life. So one day, Step Pops come over. They talking about the deal and closing and what permits they go need and all this. And he's basically telling Pops, we good. It's going to be a go. Da-da-da-da. He like, it's so funny how you and Trump cool. He was like, after all that shit happened to Trump, y'all cool. And he like, yeah, what's wrong with that? He was like, you think I'm dumb, son, but I'm not. And he like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Daddy was like, yeah, because I don't know either. But everybody know, right? So they got all this money rolling in. Trump on one of these dating sites. He made him a little booth thing. A little young college dude. Whatever, right? Alright, he started fucking with the college dude. You know what I'm talking about? And that's his thing. He using women as a cover-up at this point, right? So one day he in there with his boo thing. And the broad that he was fucking with before, old girl, she come. Like, and she catch them together. She like, you gay? He like, nah, I ain't gay. Well, she like, you gay. You is gay. You a whole ass. You a whole ass. You a whole ass. You feel me? She kept calling him the F word and all that, right? So he fuck around and slap her. But when he slap her, she fall and she hit her head. She pass out. He get on because he think he done killed her. You feel me? They leave her there. They get on. She finally wake up. And she woke up with a vengeance. Right? That's why the whole time, even though she popped up, when she came in, she had her phone rolling. He ain't even know it. So it's all on camera, him laying up with the dude, all that. You feel me? Like, she had her phone in her hand, but they ain't know she was recording. And you know what females do? She released that shit. And she released that shit. Trump daddy one of them old country hillbilly type white men with money. And they don't play that gay shit. You understand? You know what they'll do to you. He was one of them. Bible belting. You bet not be gay. Yeah. So you already know how it went. Baby, once the daddy seen the video and it's viral all over the goddamn town,